On to you, Taurus. So you, Taurus, have the Justice, Six of Cups. So you know what that means. And then you, Taurus, also have the Temperance. So a lot of good reading. So for you, Taurus, there's a lot of a person thinking of you as being their soulmate, coming back. You know, this person is hot on you. They want you a lot. The only thing is that you, Taurus, want them? Probably not. Because you, Taurus, know it doesn't matter how much this person wants you. You, Taurus, need to know it doesn't matter how much this person wants you. Because they can want you as much as it is that they want. At the end of the day, you, Taurus, still have to be able to decipher, to know that this person doesn't really want you, Taurus. Okay? Do they want you? Yeah, they want you. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. Do they want you? And I know what I just said. Yeah, they want you. But what I was trying to say is they're not going to actually do right by you. So even if this person wants you and everything like that, right? Are they planning on doing right by you? History tells a tale that more than likely they probably won't do right for you, Taurus. Do right by you. And so you, Taurus, have to remind yourselves of that. For the ones of you who will fall for that, don't. The Temperance right here speaks to how you, Taurus, you see this, and you will, a lot of you have forgiven them, because more than likely this has already occurred. For some of you, this is occurring right now. For the other ones of you, this will occur very soon. For you, Taurus, who this is happening to and happened already, you have forgiven them. You're not going to seek revenge. You're not bitter. You're not upset at them because this happened probably more than once. It's just that you, Taurus, just understand that this is a long gone relationship between you and them. Doesn't matter what kind of history you have with them, right? On some Six of Cups type stuff. You, Taurus, understand that you still can't have them around you, though. You can't. Because if you, Taurus, don't, if you don't listen to yourselves, if you don't listen to your instinct, your intuition, then guess what's going to happen? You're going to go forward, you're going to hang out with them again, and they're going to do the same thing to you again. And you're going to feel stupid because now it's, I can't believe I fell for the same thing. How many times do I have to fall for the same okie doke before I really get it through my head? And this is why it is that I was saying that these twin flames and karmic cycles, they are tests. See, everybody want to find love, but not a lot of people want to find pain. Everybody wants to find love, but when you start telling people about you're going to have to walk away from a person that you may not want to, you will like them and you will love them and you will feel good when you are around them. But they are a vice that you will have to walk away from. That's when, some people will hear you. Some people, they won't listen to you. They'll continue to come. I ain't gonna say, because this is not me, like, taking shots. But I mean from the perspective of like, they will, in a general sense, because this is not me taking shots at anybody. I'm just saying, I've been the person that a lot of people will come and talk to throughout my life, time and time again. And then like, I'll tell them, X, Y, Z, and then they won't listen sometimes, right? The ones who do, they are ahead of the curve. But the ones who don't, which is the majority of people who come to me and they will ask for loving advice as far as the past, not now, but as far as the past is concerned, they got mashed up, they got broken up, they essentially got wrecked because they did it again. They went with the same person that I suggested for them to stay away from because they didn't want to hear what I had to say. And I said, okay, cool. They came to me and they asked me for advice. But then when I told them the situation, Taurus, they didn't want to listen. They didn't want to listen in application. So what did they do? They got with the person again, and then they got jammed up again, and then they come to me, and then I got fed up at some point because I'm like, yo, shut up, stop talking to me. And then it's like, well, you being cruel, and it's like, I guarantee you, it's not a matter of cruelty because I'm not. How many times have I coached you? Not well, no, I ain't gonna say coach. That's the wrong word. But how many times have I told you what's going on? How many times have I told you you gotta get away from them? Why? Because okay, they like you, but the problem is your ego. At some point, when it comes to matters of love, you will have to let go. What keeps you hanging on is your humongous ego. You don't want to let go. You want to force the person to be the person that you want them to be. And what happens if they choose not to be that person? What are you going to do? And then it's like they stay stuck. They don't have an answer for it. And I'm like, you got an ego issue. You got to get over yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get over it. But then you have the Hermit and the Four of Cups. See, some of you Taurus may need to steer clear right now because, and I'll tell you why you need to steer clear. You have the Hermit, the Four of Cups, and then you have the Devil card. You Taurus right now need to give yourself a break. If you ask me, don't date anybody. Just chill out and understand what you like and understand where you went wrong in this past relationship and understand the differences between a person who is honest and upright and a person who is not. You know why? Because what I'm seeing here for you is you're leaving this person alone that is coming back that represents the Six of Cups, right? But you Taurus are spiraling, you're spiraling. And what I mean when I say you are spiraling, I mean you're going to get into a connection with somebody that's like this and like this. A person who will do more damage to you because they're dysfunctional too. They're damaged goods too. And here you are, right? The Hermit as the Taurus, the seeker. You're seeking real love. You're seeking a connection. You're seeking marriage. You're seeking that type of relationship. But you're not gonna. But the thing is, you're looking for it. But you're looking for it in the wrong places if you don't mind yourself. That's why I'm telling you to kind of take a break from the searching because you don't know what to look for, right? A lot of you don't know what to look for, right? You single Taurus. And then it's like you're just searching. Searching is good because the Hermit, right, is a searcher. That's you right now in this reading. Searching is good, but you have to know what you're looking for, though. You have to know what you're looking for in that sense. If you're looking for love, you hanging around a bunch of goofy, if you ask me, goofy individuals that only have, shallow confidence because they don't actually plan on doing any of those things that they lie to you about or they make it seem like they're about. That's just going to add more damage to your collection plate. And then you Taurus will be heartbroken, right? Emotionally. And of course, I don't want to see y'all go through that. So I'm telling y'all to sit down a little bit and understand what it is that you've got going on by understanding what you want and understand other people and what they represent and who they are. The Nine of Cups and the High Priestess right here is about how because what happens is that if you do decide to get with these people, it'll only be for one time only or for a short amount of time. You will soon find out, and this is the evidence of it, that they are not planning on sticking around for a profound amount of time. They will leave, whether it is that they ghost you and excommunicate from you, or whether it is that the two of you have this discussion. You will get your heart broken if you don't sit down some. Right now should be a time of reflection. The Eight of Swords, and for you Taurus, the Moon card right here, right? Taurus is exalted in the Moon as a placement. So if you have Taurus in the Moon, that's an exaltation. Anyway, right? Because it's good For people who can process milk and dairy, that's milk is good to drink at night because it'll help you sleep. If you can process milk. I'm lactose intolerant, so I can't. Anyway, or I won't. Anyway, the Eight of Swords and the Moon card right here for you, Taurus, speaks to how, and since that's the case, right, what is it that you see here? For you, Taurus, this is about how it is that you feel powerless. But I'm going to let you know right now, let me cook, you need to feel that way right now. Because what you, Taurus, are doing, if I'm being honest with you, again, you, Taurus, are spiraling. You don't want to experience the discomfort of having to let go of a dysfunctional individual, right? In the form of this Six of Cups, the one that tried to come back, right? So in order to compensate, you think, okay, the best thing for you to do is to immediately get back out there. And what is it that I normally say? If you are experienced and you haven't taken on baggage, then cool, right? But then if you have taken on baggage where some sort of a split or an interaction is wearing on you, it's wearing on your mentality, it's wearing on your emotions, then take a break. Come up for some fresh air. Go outside for some fresh air. Enjoy yourself. Separate yourself from all of the baggage, all of the things that make you attached to the baggage, and separate yourself. Reflect on where it is that you went wrong and what you could have done better, where you will improve, okay? All of those things. Because some of you, Taurus, may be thinking to yourselves, what about if I didn't do anything wrong per se? Well, then think about where you can improve, because this Eight of Swords there's warnings here telling you, Taurus, to chill out from trying to find someone so soon. You, Taurus, are great people, but y'all are going through a time right now where you need to give yourself a break to reform your mentality, your perception. Your perception of how things are is kind of low, and it's bitter. You kind of need time for you to understand that people don't act like this, but you also need to know what is it that you like. And what I mean when I say what is it that you like, meaning not getting it twisted that you are attracted to dysfunctional people, because you could be attracted to dysfunctional people and not even be aware that you are. Consciously, I mean. You'll be thinking to yourself, oh, XYZ and da 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 da. But do you hang out with these people because you know why you hang out with them? You know why you're going after this person? Or is it that you're hanging out with them and you're just doing it with a blank mind while you're doing it? I know why it is that even though I recommend, I ain't even gonna get into that because I gotta keep a thing or two up my sleeve. But anyway, I'm not even gonna go ahead and say that because that's high level. That's high level stuff. But anyway, that's a whole other topic. Long, way, like years down the road, maybe I'll talk about why. That's a whole other topic for another day. That's too much game. The point that I'm trying to make here with that is, I know why it is that I do what it is that I do. And I don't just be hanging around people just for the sake of hanging around them. I see their value. I understand some of the things that they offer that they bring to our connection, whether it's friendship or romantic relationship or family, and it's non-transactional. I don't look at them only for what it is that they can give to me. And then once it is that they have outlived their usefulness, I will throw them away. That's not what's going on here. But I also have a realistic understanding about the characteristics that a person has got. If I see a person is parasitic, they are a parasite, and they're draining me, I will leave them alone. Because although they may be important to me, they're not so important to the point where I will allow them to drain me. Of course not. I still have self-preservational skills. So you Taurus are lacking self-preservational skills because you hanging out with goofies, and like you haven't waken up to woken up to understand that, or woken up, excuse me, to understand. I'll look up how you say that after I'm done. But you haven't woken up to understand that your subconscious, right? You hanging out with individuals mindlessly, but you're not paying attention to who they actually are. Are the why if a person wants to be in a relationship with you, if let's go deeper. If a person is a decent person, why go above and beyond to tell you some things only for them not to show up? Why is it that they don't ever step up to the plate? Why is it that because these people are not decent people? Because this all boils down to character, like it is I've been talking about for years. If the person was decent, why can't they just tell you what it is and let you and stop holding on to you, having you try to waste your time and stuff like this? They need to set you free. They need to get you up on out of here then. If they know that they're not really going to take you seriously, right? Why occupy so much of you Taurus's time if that's the case? And this is what I mean when I say you Taurus got to understand what type of time it is. So to clarify, the moon, you have the Page of Cups, Queen of Cups, the Seven of Wands, Page of Pentacles, and then you Taurus also have the Star card. But this is my point though, because they will feed you, the Page of Cups, they will try to feed you a delusion because you're attractive and handsome or whatever else or whatever. They'll tell you these things and they may like you, but they're not decent people. Here's the thing. I judge people based upon their decency. Are they fake decent or are they decent for real? Are they actually addressing things about themselves? You understand what I'm saying? Like, are they really addressing things about themselves where they're like, okay, I actually need to deal with this and I actually need to take a step back this way, or I need to be restrained this, or have restraint for myself this way? Or is it that they are acting like they are decent individuals, right? And I don't look at it moralistically. They got a smile on their face. They say this, they say that. So you'll have people, right, in this world, my dear Taurus, who will tell you things and they will try to get you on the program based upon lying to you. I'm sure y'all know this. The Page of Cups and the Seven of Wands is for you to look at their character. I'm going to say this again. Look at their character. If you don't look at their character, it's wrong, because you'll always fail thinking, why did this person do that? Because their characters they don't have upright characters. I was getting to know somebody from the Netherlands. And the person wants me to call them. And I'm looking at this thing like, you're supposed to like me, but then you want me to call you. You want me to do the work. You in the Netherlands, but you're influenced by what it is that you're seeing in the States of all of this narcissism, if I'm being honest with you. This mentality of somebody else need to do something for you, an entitlement. What makes you think that me and you are gonna last? And me and that individual didn't last. Because, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it, with all the value that because I'm sick and tired of acting like it don't exist. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it on camera. With all the value that I bring to the table, I don't really see a whole lot of urgency from people. What I see is a lot of ego. Okay, but you not understanding where it is that this thing is going. My channel is growing. I got things that I got going. I have things that I got going on. No, you need to hurry up. You need the pressure. I'm applying pressure. You need to be doing the hurrying up. But what is it that I see? I see individuals who are oop oop beat up, delusional, gone, still in la la land. They deluded, still refuse to understand. You can have your opinions about me. Everyone has one, but the facts are on the low, in the darkness, right? In the darkness, when no one is looking, I'm working. You can say whatever it is that you want to. I'm working, I'm grinding, I'm putting my nose to the grindstone, I'm keeping my nose to the grindstone, and I'm working. That's facts. And I'm getting results. That's facts. So trying to play like, oh, I'm better, and it's a stupid game, because the more financially successful I become, and I'm using myself as an example, the more financially successful I become is the more quiet I become. That's my next step. That's a part of my overall plan. The more financially successful I become is the more I'm going to shut up about it. The more I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to show up. My next step is to show up wherever I may show up, wherever that may be, overseas, in New York, wherever I may be. Show up, pay for whatever it is that I need to pay for at the stores, wherever it is that I may need to pay for it, and go back and vanish all over again. Nobody will know where I am. Where I'm going to be, wherever I'm at. And that's the type of mentality that you Taurus need to have. Let me cook. Because y'all bring a lot of value to the table. But what you have is, you Taurus have a lot of people playing with y'all time. And if you ask me, you Taurus aren't letting people know what's up, that they need to stop playing with your time. Otherwise, you will write them off. And if you write them off, then it's a dub for them. It is what it is. It really is their loss, because they stuck in this delusion of like, oh, whatever. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. We are approaching 19,400 subs. You remember when I used to have 9,000? You remember when I first hit 10,000? Look how far we come now in such a short amount of time. There's some YouTube channels that I've seen that have over 100,000 subs already, and they don't get more than a lot. I should say, they don't get a lot more than 200-300 views. So for a considerably smaller channel, we out here actually, and we pushing this line strong. Do you understand what it is I'm saying? So comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. It's all a part of the plan.